Hey guys, Iceman here. So, I've attained some Toad speakers. Some Mirage OM7 model. Check it out. That hog right there. I got a nice one over here. I hooked these up to my little setup right here. I actually made this rack. And this is the EMOTIVA XPA-2, an ADCOM preamp that I'm probably going to switch out soon, and a nice Denon CD player. So, watch this video, and I'm actually going to play a record, the Nutcracker. Very nice album, so stay tuned for that. But I'm going to show off some of this gear. Here's a quick shot of the audio rack that I made. There's a Denon CD player, very nice. A ADCOM preamp, like I said. Now this is the it's the EMOTIVA XPA-2. I'm pretty sure this is the Gen 2 one. I attained this thing several years ago, and it's really a hog. So I was kind of divided for a while if I was going to go the monoblocks versus the 2-channel. But I just kind of like the 2-channel setup. It's simple. I kind of like the idea that the power is coming from the same amp to the left and right channel. But yeah, I mean, monoblocks, you know, those would be extra Toad, and maybe one of these days I'll go with monoblocks, I don't know. But I actually made this little shelf down here, you see that, to fit my CDs. So I need to get more CDs and stack them in there. See that? But I made it so that I can fit them just right. But I'm going to have a bookend to hold them. And I could even put some over there to the side. But the reason I made an audio rack, I think the primary reason is I just can't really find any decent ones anywhere. Even at Best Buy or Walmart or wherever, they're just, there's nothing really that can accommodate really heavy audio equipment, especially like these power amps, man. This thing, the XPA-2, I think it weighs around 70 or 80 pounds, so it's really a hog. Yeah, and I have some nice cables hooked up to it. Way back in the day, well, several years ago, I bought some AudioQuest things, so that's some AudioQuest cable, but that's probably a bunch of BS. You know, it's just a bunch of snake oil, I think, primarily you're buying with that stuff. But I mean, I don't know, man. I haven't looked into the research and shit, and I haven't really tested myself. One time I actually did test the RCA outputs on my preamp, which isn't here right now, my other preamp. I'll make a video on that sometime. I compared that to the XLR outputs, the balanced route compared to the unbalanced, and I actually noticed a big difference because this actually has switches on the back where you can switch it to balanced or unbalanced, and I had both coming out of my amp or out of my preamp. So the song would be playing and I could quickly switch it to balanced, and you would hear the speakers just open up, man. Not even kidding you. It sounded like you took a blanket off the speakers, like they were being muffled. But I think the problem was I was using a real shitty unbalanced RCA coming out of my preamp. But I don't know if that's entirely the case, but it might have had a lot to do with it. And I know some of you guys know a lot more about this stuff than I do. And I will say that those cables, they were made for a digital signal, so they weren't supposed to be used for analog audio. They were like it were those basic digital one-ended, you know, RCA cables, and I had 2 of them hooked up to it. So maybe that's why it sounded like shit. But I really don't know. But yeah, I'd appreciate if you guys let me know in the comments if that is most likely why they sounded like trash. But yeah, these Mirage speakers, man, these are hogs. Now, I know that the retail for these was like 2,800 bucks, probably 10 years ago or so. I got them for a couple $100. They have this big ass on them, and you can even bi-amp them. Mine aren't bi-amped, but I have some really nice speaker wire hooked up to them. They actually came with that. It's like audio analysis or something. or Analysis Audio. Yeah, very nice cables on there. But yeah, quite pleased with this. So we're gonna make a quick video of playing these things with a record, and we'll see how that goes. So this record player isn't very impressive. It's a Marantz TT42. Pretty cheap one by Marantz. I think the retail was like 300 bucks for this. It's a very basic model. But I just kind of got that to start off with records just initially, because I didn't have any experience with them whatsoever. This CD player is actually really nice, but I'm going to use it as a digital source. So I'm not going to use the DAC in this. I'm going to use the DAC and the preamp that I get later. I'm kind of deciding which one to get, so let me know if you guys have any recommendations of a nice preamp. Alright, and I'm thinking I want one that also has a DAC in it. And of course a nice phono section. So I'm thinking about the EMOTIVA PT100, I think is what it is. But yeah, this Denon one though, it's just very fast. You know, and if I'm going to be transporting it all digital through here anyway, then of course the DAC in this doesn't matter. So as long as it reads the CD efficiently, it's fine, right? I mean, that's my understanding of it. Because all the processing or conversion is going to happen in the preamp that I get. This is just a fully analog one right here. But I'm waiting to get one with the DAC on it. But this thing is really fast. It loads fast. It reads fast. I like the little interface on it. I even have the remote for it. So yeah, this is going to be a good setup. But stay tuned for some nutcracker if I get around to doing that. So we're going to turn on the preamp. Turn on the power amp. I'm going to have it switched to this thing soon. Once I get my new preamp, I'll have it triggered by the preamp when it turns on. And now we have this thing, and there's something wrong with this where it doesn't always keep spinning. I have to actually give it a little shove. See that? It stops. Piece of shit. I think this happened after I transported it. But it's going to sound really bad. It's a really scratched up record. Not sure if I really like these. Initially I liked the blue lights that EMOTIVA has, but I know they received a lot of complaints. Doesn't that shit keep you up at night? The LED technology used to make these, it like conveys sunlight in the way our brain processes that shit or something, where it keeps us up. I don't know, that might just be a bunch of mumbo jumbo, but it looks, it's kind of distracting, you know? And I know the preamp has those as well, but I think they're backing down a little bit with the blue lights. But like this video if you will, hit the thumbs up button. And subscribe to the page. I'll do more videos on this stuff and on my setup that I have downstairs. So yeah. Alright. Suppose that's it for now, but peace be with you. Become a patron if you want. Linked in the description below.